Hello folks, here we are out at the forge again. It's been a while since I've made a video. Still dealing with this cancer thing. Chemo makes you feel rough, but I feel pretty good today. So I've got some work done out here at the forge. We're going to try to do a video. I've got a little piece of scrap 1084 high carbon steel, and it might be 1095, I'm not sure, doesn't matter. What I want to do is forge this down as the handle and forge it really narrow here out to the blade and stretch that handle out just to make a really narrow low profile handle. And I'm not sure if I want the blade to be straight or have a little curve to it. We'll see how it works out. Not sure I can stretch it out the way I want to, but hey, let's get it hot, smack it a few times and see what happens. All right, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is isolate what's going to be the back of the handle. And like I said, I want that handle really narrow. So I'm going to have to forge it down. And as I forge inward, I'm also stretching the material out longer so I can get more length out of this piece of steel. I'm going to mark my anvil just so I've got a guideline. It's 3.5 inches from either side. So no matter which side I work from, I've got a little guideline to measure by. There we go. Offset down to where the choil is going to be, the handle to blade transition. And just keep working it down, drawing it out for width and thickness. It's going to be, this narrow handle kind of reminds me of a style of Iron Age knife that I've seen that pretty much was just, the handle was just a long tang drawn off the blade. There wasn't any handles actually fitted. The tang was gripped. So that type of blade had more or less a straight or spear point type blade. So I think that's what I'm going to go with here. A straight or a spear point type blade. And you can see how that handle is now forged in. That's almost done. So we can go ahead and start on the blade. Now again, I'm going to push that steel out toward the tip, stretch it longer and narrower. Try to keep my thickness uniform as I do so. Now on this heat, as I stretch out, I'm going to start putting in just a little distal taper. I actually want the thickest part of this blade to be just past the choil. There we go. It's already starting to take that reverse curve like it should. And that's just due to me hammering in the distal taper. Get it warm, curve it back the wrong way so we don't get a blade with that long sweeping curve in it. Get out the bigger hammer and start working in our bevels. Knock the scale off a little bit, just try to keep it a little bit clean. And keep working those bevels. Now this steel is only 3/16 inch thick to start with, so it's not going to take the curve that I want it to just from hammering in the bevels. I'm going to have to do some shaping on the profile of this blade. One of the reasons I don't like working with thin stock. But if you leave the edge thick, you can get by with doing this. The edge is thick enough that I can work the profile without messing up the bevels. actually looking fairly decent. Make sure everything's straight. That handle needs just another little touch up. I want that handle straight from the choil to the little turn down at the butt. Not bad, not bad. Just tickle around a little bit. Make sure everything's straight. Make sure everything's in line. Pretty happy with this so far. Yeah, so there we go. Let's lay it up here and get our first normalization cycle in. Okay, folks, we got that done. Here we go. I took it into the grinder and cleaned it up a little bit. After it had finished its 2 normalization cycles, I hit it with another normalization cycle and then harden it up. And I think maybe I'll put some G10 on it for a handle. Just some orange G10 scales. I think it'll look good. Kind of a blend of an old school Iron Age style knife, and if I put the G10 on there, that'll be a modern material on with that style of blade. Be a nice contradiction. Anyway, I would have done it today, but my fire's burned down too low and I'm just not going to bank it back up. So it'll have to wait. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and hit that like button. Be sure and subscribe for future content. Leave us a comment in the comment section. All that helps us out greatly as a channel and is much appreciated. God bless and have a great day.